Hey. I don't know how far to project. For those of people that can hear, we're here celebrating the murals that we've been installing over the last couple of years. We've got some of the artists here, really delighted to be acknowledging this moment where we've finally completed all 5 murals. There's some information behind me, and some of the artists are here to talk to, and hopefully a couple will say a few words about what inspired them to help this out. So, I'm sorry. This project was funded by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. It was an Environmental Justice Fund grant. We also got support from the local Legacy Foundation of Tompkins County, and the Park Foundation were also extremely supportive. So we were delighted to partner with Words into Deeds on this project. The funding, in addition to supporting the art, also supported our REMAP program, which is our Reuse Materials Access Program. It allows us to give materials away to people that are in crisis, to local families. And really, really happy that you guys have gathered together to help us celebrate this moment. And we wouldn't have been able to do this without our partnership with Ithaca Murals, and in particular Caleb Thomas, who helped us coordinate and reach out to all these phenomenal artists. So we're really happy about that. Also worked with Robin Wishna. Robin helped coordinate a lot of this. And so thanks to everybody for being here today. And I'm going to turn it over to Caleb to say a little bit about Ithaca Murals. So thank you very much.
Here. My name's Caleb, for those of you that don't know, although I feel like I know most of you here this week. There's free maps over here, and there's a new coloring book that just came out, and Reuse Center is featured in it, and Audra is in it with her mural here. Yeah, so really excited about that. And I guess what I'll say, yeah, we've been doing this for like 2.5 years. Diane, Robin and I, and then, people supporting, your efforts here at Reuse, and people through Ithaca Murals, facilitating the voting process for choosing the artists here. But it's been, 2.5 years in the making. And Nick Gilbert has artwork here. Yeah, maybe you two want to speak in a moment. But what else to say? I guess is about like why we're doing this. Why this collaboration with Reuse and Ithaca Murals, and that it's really goal driven. We're looking at what's the state of the world right now, what's going on in our community, from COVID and poverty, and so how can we make an impact in our community? And I love walking into Reuse and seeing unapologetically these values of gender equality, and just recognizing that we've got a lot of work to do. So from if you think about the indigenous murals in the community, and the Muslim culture mural, and just so many murals. We were just talking about the Korean teens, telling their stories of being genocide, where they came from, and then being refugees and immigrants here to Ithaca. Just so many beautiful pieces around the community, and love that Reuse Center is now part of this network of murals in our community. So now, I don't know if Nick or Audra want to step into the hot seat here.
The hot spot. Yay. Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Audra Linzner. We worked on the mural design that goes all the way, 3/4 of the way around the store. We had a really fun time. Caleb brought me onto the project about a year, I think, into it. So we got started painting in April of this past year, which is just, it feels like so long ago already. But I remember for me personally, it was, you know, one of the first big things I had done since the start of the pandemic, and it was really wonderful to be in a place where people were being respectful, you know, of the guidelines, but I was still able to meet new people, really form a lot of friendships with everybody. We had so many volunteers that helped paint, and if you know, as you're walking around over by the door in that kitty corner to us now, all the volunteers have signed their spot on the mural, so that's great. But as far as the 17 SDGs go, it was really great because I got to work with, you know, Diane and Robin and other Robin, everybody from Reuse to talk about, you know, what does responsible consumption and production look like, or what does decent work and economic growth look like? What does that mean in relation to reuse? And we were able to have some really interesting conversations. You know, obviously some visuals are easier to come up with than others, and we had a lot of fun, you know, hashing those out and everything. Some late nights and lots of jamming over the radio. I think a lot of 80s tunes and some soul was had by all, and it was just so much fun getting to come in here every day, and I really do miss coming in to see you guys all the time. I gotta keep coming down here more. But I just feel overall, like personally as an artist, this was such a wonderful opportunity, and really, you know, being able to paint these things that are so idealistic but hopeful at the same time, you know, it really was a nice way for me to heal, I guess, during the pandemic a little bit, and I'm really grateful that I got to share that with you all and that you all have it in your space now. So thank you.
Nick, do you want to step up? And I'll intro Nick to say he's featured on the cover of the murals with this piece here that he has downtown. Yeah.
Hello, Nick, Gilbert, and I'm a mixed media artist, I suppose. I do a lot of stone artwork and wood artwork and some painting and this and that, some music. And I did the entryway here, which is made pretty much entirely of random objects that I found here or on my property, left over from jobs that I worked on and stuff. So it was kind of just a big fun experiment, really, from the beginning to the end. And I was very grateful to have the opportunity and to get paid for my time for a change compared to a lot of my work, which doesn't end up getting sold. So it was really nice. I'm really grateful to everybody here, the staff, and to Caleb and Paul for helping me install it and do the little details, fit a lot of little knickknacks and all the nooks and crannies to kind of create little pockets of memories or just kind of little worlds in those little nooks and crannies. So it was a really fun project, and I'm glad that I got the opportunity. And thank you all. Thank you, Diane, Caleb, Robin, everyone else who helped.
Thanks, everybody. Gertrude, do you want to say a little bit about Words into Deeds? You want to come up and just because your part of the project was earlier on,
Okay.
but an important part.
Okay. Hi, my name's Gertrude Norden. I'm founder of Words into Deeds, and my work centers around giving young people locally and globally a voice. And the voice that we nurture is one around the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 30 articles. That's the ideal. And then the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and those are the concrete actions with targets to be reached by 2030. So if you don't know what the SDGs are, This is the international community coming together in 2015 to renew the Millennial Development Goals. The MDGs were created strictly by NGOs, not non-governmental organizations. And by 2015, the world had made advances around HIV/AIDS, sanitation, clean water, quality education, gender equity, combating HIV/AIDS, and so forth. But we still had 1 billion people living on less than $1 a day. So the same NGOs came together and expanded the dialogue to increase to stakeholders of many fields: engineers, artists, scientists, educators, architects, and so forth, to say how can we further achieve these goals by 2030, particularly take urgent action on climate change. So that's my work. Been doing it a long, long time. Enter Diane and Robin with a phone call. Would I like to work with the staff on these foundations, but then also offer opportunities to our Tompkins County community youth, K through college, to design and implement some concrete project in response to how to make the world a better place. Not all 17, number 12, responsible consumption and production. So we had about 50 activities over the course of 18 months before the, I won't say shit show hit. And the kids, they did all sorts of projects, either one-offs or academic long projects that developed over time. So we're here, we're continuing our work. We'd love to pick it up again, come back and talk to your new staff, refresh your existing staff, and just expand our work in the community. Ithaca College, I'd love to come over and work with your students. I know some are very fluent on all of this, but many professors are not. So that's what we do, and I've missed everybody. It's been a long 18 months, and I'm really glad that the artists and Caleb, I know your work, and Robin, and Diane pulled this together, so thank you. From one thing grows many things if you nurture it, right? So, thank you.
So Gertrude's organization is officially a 501c3. It's called Words into Deeds. So if you're interested in learning more about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals or doing some educational work with Gertrude, she's a phenomenal local resource with a global reach. So thank you for what you're doing. And thanks to the artist, Nick, who had a vision for that entryway at the beginning. Thank you, Nick. I'm glad we were able to get you the resources and honor your talent, and Audra as well. And so thanks so much, you guys. Thanks everybody for coming, and eat some cookies and have some cider. And thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.